The frigid night of Christmas Eve in Fayetteville cast a foreboding aura over the Sodder household as George and Jenny Sodder, along with their 10 children, prepared for a night of celebration. The warmth of the hearth and the glow of festive lights painted a picturesque scene. But little did they know that the embers of tragedy were about to be ignited as the clock struck midnight. A flicker in the night sky caught George's attention. He stepped outside to investigate, only to be met with a sight that would haunt him for the rest of his days. His family home engulfed in flames. Panic gripped the Sodder household as they raced to escape the inferno. George and Jenny, along with 4 of their children, made it to safety, but the realization struck that 5 of their offspring were missing. In the midst of the chaos, the crackling flames and the wailing sirens harmonized in a macabre symphony. Desperation and disbelief painted the faces of George and Jenny as they called out the names of their missing children amidst the biting winter winds. The fire brigade fought valiantly, but the inferno devoured the Sodder home with a voracious appetite. The night air resonated with the agonized cries of parents who could do nothing but watch their dreams turn to ashes. Amidst the chaos, a neighbor, overcome with sympathy, approached George with a solemn gaze. "Neighbor, George, I'm so sorry I called for help, but it's spreading too fast. We'll find them, George. We'll find them, George." His eyes reflecting the dancing flames, muttered through clenched teeth, "We have to find them. They can't be gone." The chilling wind carried the whispers of a tragedy that would echo through the annals of time, unbeknownst to the Sodders. The night marked the beginning of a harrowing journey into the unknown, where the flames of uncertainty would cast shadows on the fate of the missing Sodder children. The charred remnants of the Sodder home cast a haunting silhouette against the West Virginian landscape. The skeletal remains of a once happy family dwelling now standing as a grim testament to the inexplicable. The fire had taken its toll, leaving behind a void that no amount of rebuilding could fill. In the days that followed, the Sodder family, gripped by grief and haunted by the absence of their 5 children, found solace only in the shadows of doubt that lingered in the corners of their shattered existence. Rumors whispered through Fayetteville, a town steeped in the superstitions of the Appalachian Mountains. Some townsfolk claimed to have seen peculiar lights in the night sky on the eve of the fire, igniting a spark of suspicion in the minds of the already tormented Sodders. The absence of the children's remains within the ashes fueled a growing unease, a sensation that the fire, with its insatiable appetite, had devoured more than mere flesh and bone. In the depths of their despair, George and Jenny Sodder began to question the official account of events. The fire marshal's report, which attributed the disappearance to the intense heat of the blaze, failed to assuage their growing skepticism. Conversations in hushed tones unfolded within the Sodder household as family members pondered the unanswerable. Could their children have vanished into the night, escaping the inferno that should have claimed them? One chilling night, George and Jenny gathered their remaining children around the dim glow of the fireplace. George, driven by a relentless need to uncover the truth, recounted the events leading up to the fire with an intensity that bordered on the supernatural. George whispering, "There's more to this than meets the eye. I can feel it. Our children didn't perish in that fire. Something's not right." Jenny, her eyes reflecting a mixture of sorrow and determination, nodded in agreement. Together, they embarked on a quest that transcended the boundaries of the natural, a relentless pursuit of answers that would take them to the very edge of the inexplicable. Their investigation unearthed unsettling details. Witnesses who claimed to have seen the children in the company of strangers. Whispers of a mysterious figure observed near the Sodder property on that fateful night. The flames of doubt flickered, casting long shadows on the veracity of the official narrative. The Sodder family's journey into the heart of darkness had only just begun, and the mysteries that awaited them were far more chilling than the fire that had scorched their lives. As the Sodders delved deeper into the enigma, a feeling of being watched settled over them like an unseen specter. Unbeknownst to them, their pursuit of the truth would lead them into a realm where the veil between the living and the dead was thin, and the answers they sought lay buried in the sinister secrets of the Appalachian Mountains. The Sodder family's pursuit of the truth descended into an unsettling odyssey, where each step unveiled more questions than answers. The whispers of Fayetteville painted a portrait of shadows, as tales emerged of sightings and strange occurrences surrounding the Sodder children. Cryptic messages began to infiltrate the Sodders' lives. A letter postmarked from a distant location, bearing an eerie photograph that hinted at the possibility of life beyond the ashes. Jenny, clutching the mysterious photograph in trembling hands, gazed at the image that seemed to defy the boundaries of time. The picture hinted at a future that fate had denied them. As one of their missing daughters appeared older, her eyes carrying the weight of secrets untold, the Sodders, now consumed by a mix of hope and dread, redoubled their efforts to decipher the clues that eluded reason. Whispers in the night led them to a private investigator, a shadowy figure with a penchant for delving into the supernatural. The investigator, a keeper of arcane knowledge, spoke of ancient rituals and conspiracies that wove through the tapestry of the Sodders' lives. His words cast a pall over the family, hinting at a malevolent force that sought to snatch their children from the grasp of time itself. The Appalachian Mountains echoed with the Sodders' cries as they ventured into the wilderness, guided by the investigators' cryptic clues. A hidden cave, veiled in the tendrils of mist, became the stage for a nightmarish confrontation. Symbols etched into the cold stone walls seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy, and the investigators spoke of a dimensional rift that transcended the laws of reality. Amidst the unsettling ambience, a voice whispered in the wind, revealing a chilling truth. The missing Sodder children, it seemed, were caught in a spectral dance between two worlds. The investigator, his eyes reflecting the haunted knowledge he bore, urged the family to tread carefully, for the boundary between the living and the dead was thin, and the entities that dwelled in the shadows hungered for more than mortal souls. As the Sodders delved deeper into the occult, the forces they sought to unravel seemed to push back. Nightmares plagued their sleep, and unseen eyes watched her every move. Jenny, tormented by visions that blurred the line between reality and the supernatural, became a conduit for messages from beyond. Jenny whispering, "They're here with us. The children are trying to reach out. We have to find them before it's too late." The climax of their journey arrived at the edge of an ancient forest, where an ethereal fog clung to the trees like a shroud. In the moonlit clearing, the Sodders faced a revelation that shattered the boundaries of their understanding. The investigator, his demeanor now tinged with an otherworldly gravity, uttered words that echoed through the stillness. "Investigator, the veil is thin here. The children are caught in a liminal space, neither fully alive nor truly departed. To reunite with them, you must tread where the boundaries blur." With trepidation etched on their faces, the Sodder family stood on the precipice of the unknown. A portal, a gateway to the spectral dimension, beckoned them with a haunting allure. As they step into the unseen realm, the forest sigh and the whispers of the missing children seemed to surround them. The aftermath of that fateful night left the Sodder family forever changed. Some claim they vanished without a trace, leaving behind an empty home and an unsolved mystery that still echoes through the Appalachian Mountains. Others speak of a spectral presence that lingers, an eternal vigil maintained by those who dare to defy the boundaries of mortal understanding. In the quiet hours of the night, the wind carries whispers of the Sodder children, their fate entwined with a dimension beyond our grasp. The house, now a spectral relic, stands as a testament to a family's unwavering quest, a journey that transcended the realms of the living and the dead. The Sodder children's disappearance remains a chilling enigma, a tale whispered by those who dare to tread where the veil is thin and the line between reality and the supernatural becomes indistinguishable.